Friends, some of you might know that Hot Tub Streams are literally taking over Twitch and the internet, and Twitch has just put out a response to it. I literally have no idea what they're going to try to do about it. Let's find out.
In chat that is asking about the hot tub meta.
We are indeed asking.
And we're going to talk about it.
Okay, let's hear it.
So, we understand at Twitch that this has been getting a lot of attention from the community lately. And we have been watching closely. Our nudity and attire policy does allow bathing suits in an appropriate context.
Appropriate context is key, but that is hard to really show intention. Oh, well, I wasn't trying to be inappropriate. How do you actually know that, right? That's very easy to lie. And that's what I mean. That's no fault of Twitch. Like, that's actually that's a hard guideline to have. That's why I think this whole hot tub meta is like, it's difficult to make a rule about it.
However, what has not changed is the sexually suggestive and explicit content is not allowed under the guidelines, under the TOS, and Twitch will take action when that is reported to us.
Okay.
So
that's good.
I understand that people...
I want to hear more, but I think that's good. But all of these hot tub... Okay, I don't want to say all, because it could be one person with good intentions. Could be, right? I would like to think that I could swim my pool with good intentions. But there have been many sexually suggestive, provocative hot tub streams that people are reporting, but they're not banned.
Are upset about some of the content that might be, out there. And I think there's two things I want to take away from this. First and foremost, the teams are watching this. They are looking at it. The nudity and attire policy, you can go and review it. It does allow bathing suits, right in a proper.
And I don't think allowing bathing suits is a bad thing. I don't. Like, for me, would I take my shirt off and swim in the pool? I'm not going to say never. Never say never. But I probably wouldn't, because I might feel a little strange doing that. But do I think it's bad for a guy to take a shirt off and swim in the pool? No. Do I think it's bad for a girl to take their, to wear a bathing suit and swim in the pool? No. But the hard part is not every bathing suit is the same, right? Not every bathing suit is the same. Like, so for a guy, I don't think Speedos should be allowed. But like, there are lots of people who don't wear Speedos with bad intentions. So it's like, it's really hard to just put rules on it. So overall, I don't think bathing suits should just be banned. If ultimately that is the only way to figure this out, then I'd be open to it. But I want to give Twitch some credit that I don't think the answer is just ban all bathing suits. But without that, it's hard to, because again, not every bathing suit is the same.
But I want to talk about two things. First off is that we think that it is important for you to be able to control the content that you see, right? Whether it is...
I'm going to let him finish.
Is a hot tub stream, or it is a game that you don't particularly like, or a creator that...
He's really got a lot to say to make up for that one, dude. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, okay? I'm going to let him finish.
You don't necessarily fancy... Not everything appeals to every person. And I understand that. That is, that makes a lot of sense. We as creators and as just humans, there's things we love. There's things that we don't love. So I want to show everyone that this exists too. And I hope that you will start using this. Now, I know this is just kind of a supplement to the answer overall, but did you know that you can actually click these three buttons right here, and you can say, I am not interested.
I didn't know that. I don't think this is an answer, and he kind of said that, but I didn't know you could do that. That is a good option to learn, but it doesn't, for me, doesn't solve the problem. But again, I'll finish.
In the game Fortnite, and you can click on that and it will not show me Fortnite related streams anymore. Or if I come down and let's just say, this is not something that interests me. I can go in and I can click not interested, and that
still weak response. And I want to show you a perfect example. Okay. I won't re-show the image, but you saw the image, and I want to show you why this is a difficult topic, okay? Because obviously you saw that attire, and especially in the bottom half, I mean, it was basically a string, right? But I want to show you up here in the top right. Now, this woman is not in a pool, but her top, that could be a top bathing suit half. But those two outfits are not the same. And so, like, how do you just put a rule on it is very, very tough. Very, very tough. And so that's where I'm curious with their answer.
Now, Hassan Abi. Oh, actually, I am interested in Hassan. Let me go back. In your settings, then you can go and you can adjust all of this under recommendations in the feedback. And look, I know that this doesn't solve everything, but there needs to be at least a solution for individuals that are like, I see this content and I would prefer not to see this content.
I do think it's a good tool to have.
So letting people know about the feedback system is a part of my job. I know that it does not answer every single concern that people might have. And I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of those so I can, because I don't mind what is put into my front page.
Oof. This is a different topic that has nothing to do with the hot tub meta, but that under the breath, passive aggressive statement while representing the entire platform of Twitch on a very controversial, divisive topic was very professionally inappropriate. That was not the play, dude. It's cool if that's how you feel. That is not the place to do that. That was rough, dude. On many levels, that was rough.
And so the other thing is that, look, if you see something that
so this is so tough, dude, because now everything I'm gonna hear from this moment on, he's emotionally involved. He has clearly already stated his emotions, and that really, without saying it, everyone who does care about what's put on their homepage is stupid. He didn't say it, but that's how everyone's gonna take it. So now me watching this video, whatever he tries to do to defend this hot tub thing, I know he's coming from the perspective of y'all are just overreacting and you stop caring about what people. So that was really rough. That was really rough. I'm gonna try to watch this with an unbiased viewpoint, and obviously no judgment against him. As an organizational leader myself, am I capable of saying the wrong thing and also doing something stupid? Yes, I am. But I also understand the fact that although I'm human, it still doesn't, you still have to live to a certain standard doing in that position. It's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. When Twitch is really going down a bad track and a bad track record and losing trust. And so that was super damaging. I'm actually surprised that we just witnessed what we witnessed.
You think violates our community guidelines, please report it. I can take you through the reporting structure. The trust and safety team has talked about how they're in the process.
We're not even on the topic of hot tub anymore, but you can just see he's a little worked up. This is bad, dude. This is just getting worse.
Reporting structure as well, but please report it so that it can go to the moderation team, that they can review this. They can see that if it is violating sexually suggestive or explicit content, or it might be against the nudity and attire policy. You might watch Netflix, and absolutely there's probably stuff on Netflix that you are just like, this is garbage, it's trash, I don't want to watch it. And you've got that power of choice. But one thing that I would hope that communities wouldn't do to other creators is content shame and, talk about someone doing X content or Y content just because you may not like it. Now, there are other things I am not trying to.
And I'll agree with that in a really, really big way, because people do that even with stuff that is not bannable. People will do that because your opinion is different. Oh, his content's boring, and they'll just shame you for stuff like that. Ultimately, even when it comes to hot tub streams, which I think hot tub streams with sexually provocative content should be removed. But I also I'm not for this just really aggressive cancel culture. Like, report them, and hopefully Twitch will just ban them. But to go on Twitter and just, like, flame these people, like, I don't want to see that happening either. I want to see the content removed, but in a mature and healthy way.
Compartmentalize everyone's thoughts into this, and I hope that you will expand on the concerns that you might have when I talk about how you can submit things to us. But the other thing, too, is that, man, the content landscape is constantly evolving, right? We went from Twitch, which was just gaming. There was a time where I could not even talk to you like this for longer than 30 minutes. Otherwise, I was at risk of not getting a ban or getting a warning.
Yep.
And as Twitch has grown and as people have brought more interest to the platform, as creators have grown, as creators have started doing more interest, and I'm not just talking about I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about duck feeding cams and the owl streams that we've seen and individuals like Joey Chaotic, who's going out and doing IRL streams and then breakdancing and if you don't like IRL or breakdancing, you kind of have that power to not only adjust your discoverability, but just to also not engage and watch on it. Now, with that being said,
he did just compare content that is like sexually inappropriate to content of a guy feeding a duck. They're not the same. You know what I mean? And I get what he's saying, because he's trying to say that, like, the stuff that is sexually inappropriate, we're gonna get rid of that stuff. But it was just it was unfortunately it was a poor comparison.
If you have concerns other than what we may have addressed today, by all means, when we get down to it, which will be next or in a little bit, we'll have a form that you can fill out. It will allow you to elaborate a little bit more. I am speaking to this from an approach of our nudity and attire policy, what is appropriate context, and what we hope that creators who do report and do help us keep Twitch safe.
So first of all, one of the things that this happening with the, like, literally appearing on the front page of Twitch out of your own choice is the fact that, sure, Twitch is not a place for children, but it is a place for people 13 and above. For most adults, like, we would still consider 13-year-olds to be children. Like, they are kids, super impressionable. And sure, are they getting things elsewhere on the internet? Sure, right? Should parents be monitoring what their kids see? Sure. But at the end of the day, if I'm on a video game website that is branching out to be more than just video games, I don't want my 13-year-old being exposed to these sexually provocative hot tub streams. Like, they just are. And the fact is, like, and this is just kind of strange too, that, like, as an adult, I don't want to be displaying my body in a platform where I know a bunch of 13-year-olds are watching. Like, to me, that just makes me feel strange. And so it's very, very difficult, because the people with the negative intentions, and I want to be very clear, I don't think that everyone that is streaming in a hot tub has negative intentions. Again, I mentioned this many times in this video. Not every bathing suit is the same. Not every body is the same. And just because a woman is born with a certain body doesn't make her a bad person, right? And not everyone has the same intentions. But for the ones that do have the bad intentions, to go on a platform where there are tons of children, 13, 14, 15, those are children consuming your content. I'm gonna be honest, that's just kind of sick, man. Like, sure, there are also adults watching, but there are also 15, 14, 13, like, literally just turned 13. What do I want for my 13th birthday? Want to watch hot tub streams? Like, you're aware that that's happening, and that's just, in a lot of ways, it's just sick. And so a lot of what people are having gripes with is Twitch is providing a platform where people can prey on that. And that's where it starts getting really, really, really gray. I know they mentioned, like, you can click the 3 dots and click not interested, but the thing is, like, kids and teenagers, like, they're gonna click on it. Adults are gonna click on it. And sure, all of us ultimately have the responsibility to engage with the type of content that we want or don't want, but this is a really difficult topic, and I want to give Twitch credit in the sense of, one, it's very easy for you and I, individuals who do not run multi-billion-dollar companies, it's very easy for us to say, oh, well, they should just do this. You and I have no idea the difficult situation that they sit in. You and I have no idea the difficulty of making these rules, because no matter what they do, somebody's unhappy. And so I do want to give Twitch credit, and, like, they've got a difficult job to do. They've got a really difficult job to do. So Twitch, I give you much credit for that. And I'll be honest, another annoying thing too is people complaining about certain things, bringing up problems, but not bringing up solutions. And so, like, I'll be fully honest, I don't have a foolproof solution to this problem. I don't have a foolproof solution to this problem. And the really difficult part is, like, without just banning bathing suits altogether, how are they really going to get this down? Because at the end of the day, like I said, not every bathing suit is the same. Not every body is the same. And not every intention is the same. And here's the deal. Someone could have bad provocative intentions, but just say, oh, I didn't mean any harm by it. And who's to say they're lying? Or who's to say they're telling the truth? So it's just a very, 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 very difficult topic to do. And so I want to keep my close eye on this. I want to see what Twitch's response is going to do. I don't blame Twitch too much for not having figured this out too much, because it is very, very difficult. It's a very difficult one. But I will say, this coming after DMCA and Twitch taking this long to have a solution to a problem, they don't have much time to figure this out, because the lack of trust that is being lost is, I mean, it's just the Niagara Fall levels of water. If the water represents trust, is being lost. Because here's what I believe. Trust is lost in buckets, but it is gained back in drops. And right now, Twitch is just losing buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets of trust. And everyone is scrutinizing them, looking at them under a microscope because of DMCA. So no matter what they do, they're on a time limit because it's taken so long for them to fix DMCA, which is a huge problem itself. But all I'm saying is they don't have too long to figure out this problem before people start making it an even bigger deal than it already is. And so my heart goes out to Twitch, because they have a hard job to do. And I hope they fix it soon, because something needs to be done. 100%.